Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Actually, it's been a very long time since the last time I made a video by myself and posted it on Facebook. It should have been, this video should have been a little bit earlier, but it's okay. To come late is by far better than not coming at all. Before I say the purpose of this video, I would like to say that it's for my sisters, brothers and friends on Facebook, especially those who are not Arab, non-Arab and non-Egyptians, and those who are not too much aware of what's going on, what's taking place between Palestine and Israel nowadays. So the purpose of this video, I'll try to be specific, concise and brief. The main purpose of it is two things. The first thing is delivering a message, and the second thing is a three-step request, a three-step kind request from you, inshallah. So the first step, the first part, which is delivering a message, talking about colonization is for an African, because I know most of the friends I have on Facebook are from Africa like me. So when somebody talks to you about colonization or try to explain the meaning of colonization, you just laugh loudly because we know the meaning of that word, that damned word. Maybe because you are somehow young, we did not live the era of colonization, but we studied it in books, we know it so much, we were told about it by our parents and grandparents, we know the torment and the suffering that colonization can make. This is the problem. So I need just to say, which is my message, Palestine was firstly colonized by the British in 1918. Can you imagine? A country has been colonized over 100 years. So after the period or the era of the British, they handed over the colonization power to Israel, and they started from 1948 till now. And the problem with that colonization, it was not just with peace with the people of Palestine, the Palestinians. It was full of torment, suffering and inhumanity. This is the problem. So if I'm to conclude the message is sympathize with Palestine. Have some sympathy, try to support Palestine. Palestine needs help. Palestinians need help. And I think I myself and all of you, my friends, believe that every and each point and country on planet Earth deserve to be free and independent. So this is about the first part. The second part, which is the three-step request, I'm not asking you to do something when you are not convinced. So you have to be convinced first. So the three steps are, the first step is, and the three of them are based on each other. The first step is to read about the situation, to read about the history. It will take you like 5 or 10 minutes maximum. And if you're not having that time to read and to do your research about the situation, about the history of colonization of Palestine, you can just contact me and I will try to reply instantly, inshallah. The second step is I call it disseminate. You know that the news that especially that come from Palestine and other parts are somehow manipulated by the Western powers. So the media, the press media, is not always release the true or the real news. That's why I'm challenging you, including my Egyptian and Arab friends. I'm challenging you to disseminate the real and the true information about what's taking place nowadays. So it could be by, I ask you to, after being convinced and after reading about the situation and understanding the whole thing, to disseminate the knowledge, disseminate the information to 5 people. They could be members of your family, it could be your friends. If you are a scholar and living outside your country, you can just tell 5 people of what you've learned from reading or from listening about the situation. Or it could be making a video like this. It's a challenge, making a video and try to disseminate the real information the real suffering and torment that Palestinians have been living through. So the third step is very easy. If you are still, I will stress on that word, if you are convinced with what you've done, reading, and convinced with the situation that Palestinians have the right to get the independence and to be free of that suffering, the third step is just, I will leave some hashtags below that video. If you are convinced and you feel like posting, please copy the hashtags, because even this will be a big support for the Palestinians and they will appreciate that a lot, inshallah. We just need a world without colonization, without torment, without suffering. Thank you so much, my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, and see you inshallah. Peace and blessings be upon you. Assalamu alaikum.